Hello, everyone. So the sheet that you're seeing right now on the screen on the left is basically the assignment that you will be doing today and for most of the week. What you need to really do is make sure that you read the questions carefully. That's the most important part, as well as revisit or view, I guess, the video that I had posted last week. Right, that's really, really important that you do that. As well as I'm just going to quickly show you how to answer some of the questions using the keyboard feature. So you'll see here's the sheet right here. All the little blue numbers on here. The questions are right here. Some of them are show your work, some of them are short answers. So for example, in question number 1 here, it says if it is false, change the sign. Is inequality true or false? If it is false, change it to make it true. All right. Down here, I'm just going to show you how you can use your keyboard to answer some of these questions. So for example, this right here, you're going to model the inequality as it is found on the number line. All right. So this, of course, is a closed circle. So that means it's going to be equal to 6. And you'll notice that there's a nice faded arrowhead right here that's going off to the right. So how I need to do that is I'm going to hit my little text tool right here, and I'm going to go right here. I'm going to click underneath the icon, or however you're going to do it. I'm just going to use X. It doesn't really tell you which value to do. Then I'm going to say, okay, so any value of X is obviously going to be, I'm going to just hit the greater than symbol on your keyboard, just above the period. Now, of course, because the dot is circled, we're going to have to add the equal to after that. So this is going to be X is greater than or equal to 6. Then I'm just going to click off, and I'm going to hit the little line tool right here. I'm just going to draw underneath there using my mouse just the equal to sign symbol. So X is greater than or equal to 6, just for the simple fact that right here on here that this is a shaded in circle, okay? And the arrow is going this way. So any number is going to be equal to 6 or greater. So I could have 6.5, 6.25. I could have 7 2/3. I could have 8. I could have 9. I could have 10. Any number that's greater than that. Okay. So just a reminder that anytime we have the less than or greater than symbol with the equal sign underneath, the dot is shaded in. Right now, also for this one right here, again, this is an open dot, so it's either going to be the greater than or less than 2. And I really need to pay attention to the direction of the arrow. On some of the questions, you're going to have to click on it and make it a little bit bigger. It will open up in a new tab to do that. So in this case here, I'm going to use X again. All right. And X is, of course, with an open dot like that. Excuse me. X is going to be, again, greater than 1 throughout the whole entire thing. Okay. Now, on these questions right here, when we're modeling from a question, so we have to model the inequality using the symbols that we did over here on this side. So the highest temperature we had this week was 12 degrees. Okay, so how are we going to do that? So the highest temperature, there's a clue in that for that. So the highest temperature we've had this week was 12 degrees Celsius. So T is either going to be greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, greater than or less than. Well, in this case here, the highest temperature we had this week was 12. So 12 is the final temperature in this case. So our symbols, I'm just going to go back over here to the T tool. I can plug them in right here if you'd like, is going to be, it's going to be greater than this time. And I'm just going to click off over here, use the line tool. Of course, then it's equal to at the same time. Now, if I come over here to this side right here, I can use the selection tool, and I can move anything around I want. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click, grab the line right here that I drew. I can make it bigger or smaller, and then I can move it right over top of the line I drew. All right, so that's how you use the selection tool, the T tool, and the line tool to make greater than or less than or equal to. Okay, down here the same thing. Down here in the space, grab the T tool for temperatures less than 0 degrees. Make sure to wear warm clothing. So in this case here, T has to be less than 0. I'm just going to put like this, and less than is above just the comma button on your keyboard. Again, I can move this around if I use the little selection tool. I can make it a little bit bigger, of course, just so I can make my answer stand out a little bit more. Okay, so that is pretty well what you're going to be doing on today's assignment. If you have any questions, just let me know. And then you can I will post something else a little bit later, probably on Wednesday, just to have some more math going as we move forward. Okay, so read the questions, revisit or view the video from last week, and of course view this video as well. So this is what the sheet looked like. This is what it looks like informative. And again, make sure that you view this video, the introduction to linear equalities. I go over pretty well everything that's in here. Okay, preview, there we go. There's all your questions down here on the side. I'll remove this show your work or sample answers, or maybe I'll leave it in there. It's not worth anything. I'll just put a 0 on there. We'll see how it turns out. All right. If you have any questions, let me know.